Okay, so we just finished on the autumn still life. So that you took the basic forms and then turned them into actual objects, and now everybody is going to do a still life of their own. Everybody's will be different, and you need to go through the steps that we went through last time, where you do the ticking marks and all that. And there's one other trick I want to show you if you're drawing from a photograph. If you decide to if you want to print yours out, you can fourth it like this. You're just going to draw it 1.5, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just giving you a guideline of where things are. Let me see if I can draw that a little bit darker so you can see it. All right, now I'm going to do that on my paper too. And like I said, it does not have to be perfect. You're just having a guideline so you can see where the fruits hit these lines, or your objects hit these lines. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to look first and see what are the basic shapes and forms that I see. There's like an oval right here, a sphere, an oval. A pear has like an oval at the bottom, circle up here with a little cylinder. This is going to be kind of like a cone coming out from here. So you need to look at this like basic forms and basic shapes, okay? The first thing we're going to do from the last project is do ticking marks. Well, if I look at this line and the edge of the picture, the bottom of this mango comes down a little bit more than halfway right here. The side of it is about that far from the paper, from the edge of the paper. The top of it is a little less than halfway between here and here. So I'm going to put it right about there. Then you look right here, how far is it away from that line? So I'm going to put it right about there, okay? So this is, I think it needs to go up a little bit, the bottom part. So if you were to divide this in half, it should be just below the half mark, okay? Then I'm going to see where this banana comes out, and it's about this far from the bottom. And if you were to divide this in half, between here and here, if you were to divide that in half, it hits right about here, okay? Now, you can see that this apple hits right about here, and it's a little bit farther back than the banana, so it's going to be above. See where this line is? It's going to be above this line, above this. And this lemon is in front of this, and it comes down. It's about even, maybe a little bit higher than the banana, but it's over here. All right, so the lemon, you look how far it is away from the side of the paper. You look how tall the pear is going to be, and it's about the same height as the mango. So now that I got my ticking marks in there, I'm going to go in and start drawing my shapes and forms. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the apple. All right. So I'm going to look at the apple, and I'm going to look at that spherical shape, and it's about halfway between here and that line. So, and it goes down and touches this line. And it's a little wider than here. And look how loose I am with my pencil. I'm holding it up here. I'm not making it too dark. I want it to where you can see it. So there's my apple, okay? That's the shape of my apple. So this is an oval. it comes into about right here on the apple, and it hits about that far away from that line. So I'm going to put that ticking mark there. Then I'm going to draw this oval. Then we'll put this banana here. This banana is probably the most difficult part on here, but it's really not that hard if you break it down into shapes. So here is where the stem broke off, or the end of the banana. And then there's a cone kind of shape here that comes out this way, like a rounded cone. Like that. And then there's a kind of a cylinder shape that goes back here, but it curves. Then you can put the little bit of detail in there. Okay, so I think I got it going up too far right here, so it needs to curve a little bit more. Okay. So there's the shape of my banana. Now the mango is like a big oval, and we already determined the size of it. It's kind of like a big egg shape. All right, so now we got the pear over here to do. So I like to look at it like it's got a big fat oval over here. This is in front of it, and then there's this, it's kind of leaning this way, and I like to put, and then I shape it up like that. Now I got a lot of scratchiness going on. Then if you look at this, put the little details in there. All right, then you erase everything that shouldn't be there and clean it up. So my pear looks like it's having some issues over here. Now I'm doing this on small paper so I can fit it under this camera, but I'm going to complete one that's on the bigger paper. Y'all are going to do this one on the bigger paper. And I got to put my other details in there, like the table and the back wall. Erase your grid line. I'll show y'all how to put that grid line on. I'll do a short video on that, how to do the grid line. If you can't print yours out, so you can have the have it done on your computer. Okay, so I got the main shape in there. Now I'm going to look and see that this window line, I think this is a window back here that has a blind on it. It touches right about here. And there's a table line that's just below that halfway line that goes back at an angle here and then comes back around here. And then it's got this little bit of fabric that comes down. This goes off the page. There's like a wrinkle right here. Cast shadow there. There's a wrinkle that kind of dips in right there. And I'll go through and try to put that texture on there later when I get into it. Well, I just want to remind you how to get the shapes in there. And then once you get it to this point, you're going to shade it exactly as you see it. So, except for this is not in black and white. So you're going to have to look at these colors in different tones of black and white. So Actually, you should be working from the background forward. All right, so once you get it to this point, that's what yours should be similar to. Okay? See you next project.